Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So today we're going to continue with the Christmas Gifts of Yesteryear, and we are going to be taking one delivery from where we are currently sat in Oslo. There's a bit more news about Oslo coming up, so stay tuned. So obviously I made my last delivery to Oslo, and while I was there I noticed there's quite a few different industries in the area, and I had a bit of cash, so I thought, what a good location for another base. So I went and bought one. So we now have a garage in Oslo as well. We've located two of our drivers here, so Wilma has moved up there, and also the new guy who we just employed and stuck in Paris, thought we'd shift him up to Oslo and see how he gets on up there. So they're the two guys there now. As you can see here, if you look here, we now have one available slot in every single garage. So we're probably going to concentrate on filling them up before buying anywhere else. Although if I do land up somewhere that looks like a really good base, and I do have the cash to buy it, I might just go ahead and buy another one. We will see. So that's the big news of what's happened in between episodes. Let's go and take a look at the job that we're going to be doing today. So this is going to be our latest little jaunt. As you can see, we are up here in Oslo currently, and we're going to be heading down here past Gothenburg and across to Jönköping. So it's about a 6-hour drive, which I think is just about right for one of these Christmas deliveries. Obviously we've got quite a few to try and rattle through in the next couple of weeks. I think I've completed 6 out of 15 now, so yeah, still a number of them to get through, so we don't want to take any particularly long ones, I don't think. The shorter the better in many respects. Anyway, let me go and get these hooked up and we will get underway. Okay, there was a minor snafu. I've been chatting away. As you can see, we left Oslo here, made it all the way down to the border with Sweden, and then I noticed I hadn't hit the record button. So we've missed a little bit, but we're going to resume the delivery anyway. We've got, how far have we got to go? Let's take a little look. As you can see, we're on a snowy road. It's still dark. You haven't missed anything in terms of scenery. We've got about 4.5 hours left to go, so we've done about an hour and a half. Pretty incident free. There was one small incident where I took a roundabout a little bit too fast as I was leaving Oslo, and was faced with a very quick decision to make between smashing into a concrete barrier or taking out a traffic sign. The sign lost that argument, unfortunately. But it didn't cause too much damage, I don't think, if any, to the truck. I think we just kind of drove over it. So that was pretty good. We can take a little look at what we're up to here. Let's have a little see if we can... No, it wouldn't show us properly what we were looking at there in terms of the truck. I'll show you a little bit later on. It looks pretty cool. We've got a sleigh on the side of our truck today, being pulled by some reindeer, which looks pretty neat. Obviously you can't see it very well in the dark anyway, so we'll probably wait for it to get light, and then we'll take a bit more of a look at it there. We're enjoying these snowy conditions, still loving the winter mods, and this is the first time I've actually had it where it's been properly snowing as well, so it gives it a really wintry feel. It kind of almost makes me shiver. It properly feels like it's cold. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're going to keep pushing on. Like I say, it's coming up towards 7 AM now. Still no sign of it getting light. Obviously up in this part of the world, daylight hours in the winter are pretty much at a premium. So, I mean, I'm hoping we're going to see some daylight before we arrive at 11 AM. But you never know. So we're going to keep on going. Looks like we're coming across some bridge now, which would be great if we could see either side of it. But alas, it's absolutely pitch black. No chance of seeing anything. So we'll just crack on. There we go. Now you get to see it in all its glory. Beautiful. Oh, keep away from the side there, Greeno. You don't want to be smashing into anything. But that does look like a cool truck, doesn't it, huh? Right, time to get back in the cab before I cause any damage. Okay, we've hit 7:30 AM and we are starting to see the sunrise. And doesn't it look pretty here? So we've got these pretty dramatic cliff faces with a bit of a dusting of snow on them. these kind of Scandinavian evergreen forested areas. Again, all covered in snow. This looks pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I'm liking this. Scandinavia in the winter. What is not to like? Apart from the freezing temperatures and no daylight. Whoa! Did you see that, guys? What? The guy almost just got stopped in front of me for no reason. I mean, I know we were going round a corner, but there was no way I was going to be able to stop then. So we have done a little bit of damage to the truck. A little bit of a fine there for the crash incident. But what a silly arse that guy was in front of us, huh? Oh well. That'll cost us a couple of quid to fix up. But at least the truck seems to be driving alright. Let's keep going. Okay, we've got about an hour and a half of the drive to go. We're still a bit annoyed about that smash we recently had. I suppose, on reflection, I probably was a bit close behind the other vehicle, given the slippery conditions on the road, but yeah, still not quite sure what he was doing. Just wasn't able to react in time. Obviously they came off a little bit worse than I did, so that'll teach them. Still really enjoying this scenery now. Obviously the snow has stopped falling, so we've got clear blue skies, and it really does look beautiful, doesn't it? Properly spectacular. Loving this. So, oh, we better not speed. It's hard enough to stop at the best of times, especially when you're in these Swedish roads where you have these barriers either side of the single carriageway. You can't afford to be making any driving mistakes with them, that's for sure, so best to err on the side of caution a little bit, I guess. So here we are, approaching the delivery point now here in Jönköping. It's been a pretty smooth ride the rest of the way.
Ready to turn left.
Turn left ahead, okay. So I think the plan for now is going to be to continue doing these Christmas events until hopefully we complete it. I think after this one we'll have about 8 left to do and 12 days to do them in, so it certainly should be achievable. And then what I want to do is obviously sort of head back to France and continue where we left off with the DLC there. So if I can time it right, I think for the next few jobs, I'm just going to go wherever the mood takes me, to be honest. Whichever job I fancy picking up out of the Christmas gifts that are available in whatever town I've just landed up in. But the big plan will be to see if we can end up completing job number 15 in France, so that we can just pick up where we left off without having to travel anywhere. So that's the idea. Whether it'll work out that way or not, who knows. Right, so let's have a little look at what we've got here available for the parking jobs. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Should we try this one? What I think I'm probably going to do is swing all the way around the building and just drive into it, if we can. Let's go and have a little look and see if that's possible. Rather than reversing in, it might just be an option to drive in from this way. It sounds simple, which is what makes me think perhaps it won't be. A little bit of slalom here around the buildings and the other trucks and stuff. But that's gone okay so far. And here we go. So we've got those pallets kind of in the way. This is quite fortuitous that we've got a 40 XP one that doesn't necessarily involve reversing into it. Just because we were able to drive around the building. I'm liking that. So let's see if we can get it straight enough. There we go. We'll just sort of swing it around a tiny bit now. There we go. We are in. The lights have turned green. We have completed that little job. Awesome. So what does that bring us? Just over 20,000 euros. And we have leveled up. Awesome. So let's see what we can do with that. So, just-in-time delivery or eco-driving is all we've got left. We've done nothing on eco-driving at all, so come on. Let's put a little bit in there. Let's do our little bit for the environment. Since we're in Sweden, and Greta will be on our case if we don't. I think that's important, so yeah, we'll keep her happy. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Apologies for missing a little bit at the beginning of it. We're not hitting the record button, but all's well that ends well, I suppose. It was, yeah, short but eventful, let's put it that way. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like on there for me. It helps me get seen by more people. And if there's anywhere in particular that you'd like me to end up with this Christmas Toys of Yesteryear event, any cities you'd like me to go to, I'll see if I can make my way there. Let me know in the comments section below. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on that button. Come and hop on the Greeno bus. Ding your little bell for notifications too, so you don't miss any of the content on the channel. It just remains for me to thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for some more action here with Euro Truck Simulator 2. Bye for now.